Thank you everyone for joining us today. My name is Ryan Luxon. I'm mayor of the city of Richland, and we're excited to celebrate the upcoming construction of 2 new public safety response stations in Richland. And one of the benefits of that, I guess, is the chief gets an assistant now, so that's good for him. These stations will provide a location and resources, not just for fire and emergency services staff, but police services personnel as well. So what's nice about this is we've got fire and police working nicely together in partnership, so we can continue that in these new fire stations as well. We currently in Richland have 4 stations. We have Station 71 at George Washington Way in Swift, Station 72 in Keene and Gage, 73 at Jadwin and McMurray, and 74 at Dupertale and Queensgate. Where we're standing today will be the future of Station 75, and it's my understanding we're going to be starting the next week or 2, and hopefully we'll be standing here a year from today and we'll be able to do a nice ribbon cutting without masks, would be my goal. This station will provide initial response resources and strengthen emergency service delivery to Central and North Richland, including PNNL, who we're partnering with on this project. In addition, Station 73 is being relocated to Jadwin and SR 240. The existing station site is not the optimal location to provide the best geographical coverage to North and Central Richland. Both stations will be staffed 24 hours a day with 3 personnel and will provide a host of services that are currently delivered from other stations in the city. And in addition, they will include state-of-the-art vehicles and apparatus. Today I'm joined by City Manager Cindy Rentz, and we have Fire Emergency Services Tom Huntington, who's back there. And we have Balindra Sudarshan, the Chief Operating Officer for the Operational Systems Directorate at PNNL. He told me before this he goes by BS, but I would decide to use his full name. And at Port of Benton, and we of course have Port of Benton County Commissioner Roy Keck, and many others in attendance today. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you for all of you coming out today. We appreciate your participation and compliance with the COVID-19 guidelines and social distancing. Thank you. In 2015, we celebrated the opening of Station 74 at Queensgate and Dupertale. Station 74 was built using a design-build concept, and both of the new stations today will utilize a similar progressive design-build contracting approach. This process was also used for the design and construction of the new City Hall. And if you've seen any of those facilities, you know they're beautiful and they work very well, and we save a lot of money doing it this way. As the mayor shared, both facilities will provide space for police and fire and EMS. No longer will they just be fire stations, but also provide the ability for officers to stay within their assigned duties and districts using during shift, which facilitates better response times and geographic coverage for the city, both for police and fire EMS units. Our community values our public safety staff and resources. And I'd like to thank some key staff. Chief Huntington, I'd like to thank you for your work on this. Chief Bruce, very instrumental. Battalion Chief Randy Ost, Parks and Public Facilities Director Joe Schissel, and Project Manager Darren Sweeney for their commitment to moving this project forward. It wasn't easy. It was very difficult to put the timeline together. They were in my conference room several times. So I was asking, where's the Gantt chart? Where's the Gantt chart? And they put it together, and I'm very pleased that we are standing here today. In addition, I'd like to acknowledge the design and construction team. DGR Grant Construction, we have Matt Eric Fredrickson and Mike Link. Where are you? Thank you, sirs. Architects West, Perlman Design Group, and Hill International, Becky Blankenship. Where are you, Becky? There you are. So I want to thank you for your services and really appreciate you being here today. Now I'd like to ask Chief Huntington to share some of the more, greater details about our new facilities.
Some information on the construction project and the stations themselves. The capital cost for both stations is approximately $10.2 million. Of that, $9 million is dedicated to the project construction, the buildings and the planning and so forth. And about $1.2 million is dedicated to the apparatus, the fire truck and ambulance and equipment that would go into these, some of the equipment that would go into the fire stations. The ongoing operational cost is estimated at about $2.7 million per year per station. We got really creative in trying to find multiple funding streams to pay for these projects and the ongoing costs, and some of those resources include the Washington State Local Program Loan, Medical Services Fund reserves, and a service agreement with Pacific Northwest National Laboratory. We've been working with the National Lab for years, up and bringing us to this point of partnership and opening a facility in North Richland that benefits both the lab campus as well as a much needed coverage in North Richland here. You need to only look around to see the growth, really explosive growth that's happening in the north here, and this station is integral and very, very important to providing those services in the North Richland area here. We want to thank the lab for their collaboration with our department and the city, and for the support that their staff has shown us in helping us to get here today to breaking ground for this station. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge Chief of Police John Bruce. One of the things that we're very proud of in the city of Richland is the way that our police, fire, and EMS crews work together and deliver service in this community. Since joining the city, the chief and I have developed a very strong partnership and a shared vision for building on the success that we already have. And these facilities give us the space to continue that collaboration and training and coordination to where we're doing some really great things now, and that's going to get even better as we go into the future. In terms of staffing the stations, as the mayor mentioned in his opening remarks, the station will be staffed by a crew of 3 for fire and EMS. Police services will have personnel in each station depending on the needs of the district and their department. The total staff added for the station is 12 positions. Those are firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, and officers to make up that staffing. We were very fortunate to be able to get federal grant funding to help offset the first 3 years of the staffing needs for these stations. So the SAFER program provides that funding for us to help get this program up and rolling, and allows us to kind of ease into the ongoing costs to operate the stations. We're very hopeful that as the mayor said, sometime close to this time next year, we'll be standing here to do a ribbon cutting. We're hopeful that in the late fall or early winter of 2021, we'll be opening this station to provide additional services to the community, and opening Station 3 to relocate that facility to provide better services to the community. So thank you to all of you for being here today, and for the support of our partners and city staff. We could not be doing this without the great collaboration and team effort that has brought us here.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chief. I would like to say a few words about our partnership with the city and Port of Benton. PNNL has a long-standing, very positive and supportive partnership with the city of Richland and the Port of Benton. Together, we have brought many improvements to our community over the years. Over the last several years, these partnerships have been very critical, as you could see, as we work to modernize our campus and grow new capabilities that will help ensure PNNL's presence here for decades to come. We are grateful that the city is choosing to expand its emergency service capabilities by adding this additional public safety response station to improve the response times to homes and the businesses in the growing northeast area of Richland. And we look forward to our continued partnership. Thank you.
Okay. I do want to just again thank our partners at the port and PNNL and everyone for coming, and the leadership of Cindy and her staff. I don't think that this would be possible without that, so thank you, everyone. And more information regarding the stations can be found on our website and homepage. For those of you that really want to learn a lot about it, you can click on the capital projects page and get more info there. So with that, we'll proceed with the groundbreaking.
1, 2, 3.